Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode of Shine Africa. On today's edition of the show, we want to talk about waste management. And I know that very many people are so interested in waste management because especially in Cameroon, we see it everywhere, next door or next city. So when we come back, you will discover my guest. Patu Ndango is a circular economy strategist and a zero waste activist. Ladies and gentlemen, can you put your hands together for my guest? Well, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming on the show finally.
Thank you.
And you asked us to do pineapple juice for you.
Yeah.
Why do you like pineapple juice?
I think I just love the flavor.
The flavor.
Yeah.
Yes, because of course you are very thin and you don't have any fats to cut down on. Thank you. Please come to my kitchen where we do the happy juice. What's your favorite color?
I think pink.
Pink, yeah. That's a beautiful color for a woman. So I give you something that's close to a pink. I give you a red straw. Okay, so a red straw for you. And always I have a green straw. Have you watched the program before to know my favorite color?
I've watched, but
lemon green. Ladies and gentlemen, before we take leave of you, remember that a kitchen without a juicer is not alive. A kitchen without a juicer is not alive. Welcome back from that very quick break, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still in the company of my very beautiful guest, Patu Ndango. Please have a sip of your juice. How do you like it? Very sweet.
very, very.
Very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Well, so today I am so happy to have you here because, of course, it's not the first time we're meeting and we're doing a lot together, but then you do just so much more than I can even capture. So let's talk about you. Who is Patu Ndango? I know that you're in your late 20s, so let's roll on from there.
Okay, so I'm a young Cameroonian from the northwest region of Cameroon, and I usually like to refer to myself as a zero waste activist because practically everything that I do is revolving around waste. So in 2016, I created a social enterprise. It's called Closed Loop System Ventures. So what we do at Closed Loop System Ventures is we try to collect waste and we give value to waste. So we turn waste into valuable consumer goods. And we started in 2016 by turning organic waste matter into natural fertilizer, which is used to promote eco gardening, climate smart agriculture. And then we later on got into other types of waste like waste tires and plastic bottles. We turn waste tires into eco-friendly furniture. Wow. And we also we use plastic bottles, in nursing seedlings. Yeah. So basically that is what we do. But I equally founded an organization last year, CLSV Foundation. So basically it's just a non-profit organization that aims to do more into training, policy recommendations and stuff. Wow. Yeah, so that we can transition from being a linear economy to becoming a circular economy.
Wow, that's so beautiful to hear. I mean, you're not yet 30 and you're doing a lot of things. You are also a circular economy strategist. What's that, please?
Well, basically it's a term that we use, to describe people who are into the promotion of the concept of circular economy. which is basically the concept of trying to give value to everything that we consider to be waste. So in a circular economy, basically there is nothing as waste, because everything that is produced as waste from a particular production system becomes a valuable resource for another production system.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically that is the term that we use to describe people that are championing such a concept or revolution.
Okay, now I know that you studied environmental sciences in the University of Boya. Was it at the master's level or at the
bachelor's level?
Yeah, and now you're studying international relations, or what are you studying now?
The master's program is international relations, but the specialty is environmental management and sustainable development.
Okay. Now, you talk a lot about waste management. I know what you do, but also I see a lot of other organizations in Yaoundé in particular, where you are doing what you are doing, but we still have a lot of waste problem in Yaoundé itself to begin with, before we are talking about Cameroon and all of that. So are you sure what you're doing is it helpful to the society? Is it feasible to...
I think we still have a very long way to go, that I must admit. And I think it should take more than just me and the organization and my team. It takes, we need more people. We need more people to join us and, to champion such a waste revolution, the way I usually like to term it. Because the waste problems that we face is really alarming. Like we all know, we have so many landfills and open dump sites that keep proliferating all the time. And I think we have, it has to be a holistic approach. That is, we need many people to come on board, and we need policies that can come also from the government, from the private sector, from individuals, and from organizations. So it might not, what we do might not be that visible right now, but we believe that we will become visible
in the nearest future. In the nearest future. Wow, that's so nice. Patu Ndango is widely traveled, and she is so much more than you've heard. When we come back from this musical break with one man, ladies and gentlemen, you will hear a lot of things that she's made up of.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Shady. Ça va aller. Ça va aller. Shady Ville. Ya ça va aller. One man. Ya ça va aller. Ya ça va aller. Ya. I hustle harder every day and every night. Some people say that I be wasting all my time. Dans mon pays, nous on ne baisse pas les bras, parce que même si c'est dur, on pousse tout simplement et on dit ça va aller. Ça va aller. Ça va aller. United we stand and divided we fall. Just like the rain, some people go pray make you fall. This is my helping hand. Stand up tall. No time for dulling. This is my wake up call. Nothing other. Now I the fear. Fuck what they say. And face your fears. You can choose to publish your dreams, or you can choose to face your nightmares. I just wanna make it so big. I hope my dreams will take me right there. Everybody bend up. Everybody bend up. Bend up for down like Bella. Even without beats, I go do a macapella. Bala bala don't fight, yeah, money Bella. Bella. My brother country done strong. Everybody gotta hustle. Say no to unemployment. You alone can move mountains. This is my self-employment. Feel my entertainment. Each show I need a payment, but it's getting complicated.
Savale, yeah, yeah, Savale, yeah, yeah, Savale, yeah, yeah, Savale, yeah, yeah.
Type music. On the beat, Shady Ville.
This is really, really, really so exciting. And I didn't think that you were going to be this electric, eh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we have met before,
there.
but I did not think that you were this magical. Yeah.
Of course, this is my stage. When I get on it, I do what I.
Oh, you become invincible.
Oh yeah, the energy is always there.
What was the title of that one, Savale?
Savale. It's
Now,
a
why did you sing
motivational
it?
piece. It's a motivational song, and I think it motivates me personally, and I think with other Cameroonians and other Africans or other people in the world, it might motivate them in one way or the other. So I'm just sharing that experience.
Yeah,
with them.
because it's packed full. I heard things about unity. I also heard motivational things. I think I like such songs. Yeah, people should not just make noise when they sing, but they should actually want to inspire someone, which you're doing. For how long have you been singing?
Okay, I've been in the music industry for 7 years now.
Wow.
But I've only been active for 3 years.
Wow, okay. Yeah. And you are signed to a label already? You own your own
label. I own my own
label.
label. Yeah, I'm the CEO of my own label.
Oh, wow.
So from what I'm singing, you can understand that I'm actually struggling to make things happen. And you out there, you gotta make things happen for you too.
Wow, congratulations, congratulations.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
know
man.
that you still school in Swa?
Oh no, I'm done as well.
So you're a graduate.
Voila.
Wow. So people who sing music are not school dropouts.
Yeah, exactly.
There are people who have accomplished some things. And do you want to tell your fans something?
Everybody out there watching me right now, it all depends on what you do and the effort you put in, the hard work you put in, and the trust that you have in God and Savale.
Wow, I love that last one. Savale.
Voila. Hey,
Savale. Wow,
Of
thank you
course.
very much.
Thank
Here,
you.
please. Another one. Thank you.
Let's close.
Oh. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Welcome back from that very exciting break, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd like to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to Raf, who is one man's manager. And before we went on the break, we were talking to my very pretty guest, Patu Ndango. She is a zero waste activist and a lot more. And we did promise you that when we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about her travels and all the other things that she's been doing. So tell us, I know that you travel a lot for different reasons. Can you tell us some of the things you have accomplished traveling?
I've had the opportunity, thanks to the things I do, to go to a few places. Like I've been to Nigeria for the yearly regional leadership program, and I've also been to the US for the Tech Women Emerging Leaders program, which was in 2017, and where I had the opportunity, to interact with top managers in different companies at the Silicon Valley, as well as I had the opportunity to be placed in a high-ranking research institution in the US known as the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, where I had a mentor who showed me different things, how to, for example, test the quality of the natural fertilizer that we produce, And I also had the opportunity through this visit to go to a number of places like commercial composting facilities, where you find a lot of composting being done at a very large scale. And I've also had the opportunity to go to South Africa through the Obama Leadership Program.
Wow.
Where we had the privilege to meet the former president of the United States.
Wow, Barack Obama.
Yeah. So it was a very exciting opportunity, and I had the opportunity as well to meet with other leaders from all over Africa, about 199 leaders from different parts of Africa.
Wow.
And
that's not all. There's a lot more. Yes. Just say like three more.
Well, and I've been to Kenya as well. I've been to Kenya twice for the Africa Youth Conference, which held last year, 2018, and during which I had the privilege to be a panelist for the UN Women Conference, and I had
a panelist.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so it was an opportunity for me to share my experience with the participants and with the entire world, if I may put it that way. And still within that conference, my social enterprise was one of the 10 winners of a grant offered by the United Nations Development Program.
Yeah. How much? About how much?
It was a $10,000 grant.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a grant that is currently helping us, to expand in fact, to build our first facility, let me put it that way, because we have a land which was practically just a bare land that we were exploiting. But right now we are about to build a warehouse and some offices on the land thanks to such a grant.
Yeah, I also know that you are a Tony Elomilo entrepreneur. What year was that?
That was 2016.
Wow, I'm privileged to be a 2019 entrepreneur for Tony Elomilo, so
Congrats.
I'm taking after you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I know that we also have the privilege of belonging to the Cameroon Women's Scholarship, which is a British High Commission in Cameroon's program. And how did that help you, please? So, we have been talking about you going out of Cameroon, but I know that your opportunities are not just limited to out of the country, but also in Cameroon. So besides the Cameroon Women's Scholarship, do you have any other programs that you have had in Cameroon?
I think that is practically
the only one.
Yeah, and that was a scholarship that helped me so much when I was about to get into ERIC. That was in 2014. It helped me to to pay for my school fees and yeah. So that was a good scholarship.
Yes.
Okay,
now we have heard all the fine things you're doing, and you just told us about just one grant. You've been everywhere in Africa and also in America and some other parts. Perhaps you have not told us. And I'd like to hear how the financial package, because young people, everyone, if you call yourself an entrepreneur, you should be making money. So how much money do you make just going around doing these things?
Well, basically, going around is not what brings in money. Money has to come in from generating income by selling the products that we make out of waste. But it's true that money also comes in maybe through grants, which is not. I would say it's not something that we get all the time. For example, we've had 2 grants ever since we started, which is not small. The first one is the Tony Elomilo grant, as you know, and the second is the one we had last year from UNDP. So basically, that is one way that money comes in, but another way that should ensure sustainability is through the sale of the things that we produce.
Yeah, you produce fertilizers. I know that you also do, they call it, I don't know how they call it in grammar, it's fever grass?
Yeah, lemongrass.
Lemongrass. I know that you also produce. How successful is that?
Well, actually, we are still, I would say we are still at a very young age. We are still trying, to establish the sale of all of these products.
Okay.
Yeah, probably we.
So a young lady listening to you now, watching, how do they become you? a young lady, I mean, you're in your late 20s. If a young lady wants to do all these things that you're doing, what should they do?
I think the very first thing is for you to step out of your comfort zone and for you not to wait for that perfect time, because I believe that there is no perfect time. When you have an idea, because it all begins with an idea. So when you have an idea, don't wait to have 10 million before you start.
You just start small.
Just start small. Just do something, because
wow, thank you very much. I think we can just go on and on and on because you have a whole lot of experiences that we can be talking about. But now we're going to a question from the guests. That's our slot now. And so we would be asking a member of our audience to ask a question to you.
Okay.
What would that be, please?
All right, my name is Weba Basil Tiamo. So the question I want to ask the young lady is this. Obviously, on your path you have decided to take, what keeps you going on and on every day, on daily basis, despite all the challenges that you face?
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay, that's actually a very good question, because most of us are faced with so many challenges. But personally, I think what keeps me going all the time is the passion for what I do, because I believe firmly that you should go for what you truly love doing, because it is only that love that will keep you going when challenges come. Otherwise, when challenges come and you're doing something that you really do not like, you would easily give up.
Wow.
So I choose something that I love doing, and when challenges come, I persist, I resist, and someday, somehow.
And you've had many of the challenges that I know.
so many.
Wow, thank you very much for your question. Thank you. And now we are moving to a question to me. This is the slot. So you're going to ask me a question. What would that be? Not a difficult one. I fear questions anyway.
Okay, so my question to you would be like, because I've watched a couple of your shows, and I've known you for quite a number of years now. I've seen the great things that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I would like to know like what inspired you, to get into
which of the things? This one?
Yeah, to begin something like this. What's the motivation behind that?
Wow. The motivation behind it is I grew up having a passion for the media. Yes, so it's not my first television show that I'm doing. I did the Better Live television show on Afrique Nouvelle Radio in Bamenda. That was in 2000 or 2001. So this is my second television show. And of course, I also had the Better Live radio show, the talk show on radio too. And for me, it's pretty much like I want to showcase Africa. That's why we have Shine Africa. Yes, I want to showcase African talents. There is a lot of negativity that happens around the picture of Africa, and I think that we do more than we are portrayed as Africans. So I like to bring people like you. Yeah, perhaps people in your neighborhood don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I know that there are very many who don't know. So by watching today on the show, they are going to know exactly what it is you're doing. And I'm sure that you have helped a young lady somewhere. Did I answer the question?
Oh yeah, perfectly.
Wow, people who ask questions usually don't know how to answer them. Now it's my best moment on the show. Do you know it? My best moment?
Yeah, dancing.
Thank you very much. And you did ask for us to do Mr. Leo, any song by Mr. Leo. Yeah. So we're going to ask our DJ to give us a song from Mr. Leo.
Oh la la.
Faut pas caler ça de ce corps. Pauvreté, on se connaît pas. Nanana, on se connaît pas.
Wow.
On se connaît pas. Allez, on se connaît pas. On se connaît pas. Today. Wow,
ladies and gentlemen, clap for my girl. You're very beautiful. beautiful dancer. I didn't know this of you, Patu. You're a very, very beautiful dancer.
Thank you.
And now we're going to find out how many marks you have made for yourself just dancing. Can we have someone with the mark sheet, please? So is it a 5?
No.
Is it a 5?
No.
Is it an 8?
Yes.
No.
Is it?
No.
That leaves us with a 10. Thank you. Somehow on Shine Africa, everybody wins. You are not going to sit down again. You are just going to leave your widely traveled signature somewhere. Unfortunately, our calabash is almost full, so you have to look for space. Remember to put your name, please. Wow. Someday a very lucky winner is going to win this calabash. Thank you very much. And she signed right here, Patu Ndango. And on Shine Africa, as in Africa, you do not visit someone and go back empty-handed. For the work that you're doing for Cameroon, we want to give you this map so that wherever you go, you'll be a very proud Cameroonian and people would see exactly who you are.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you again for coming on the show. Please, a quick one here. Another one this way. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's here we call it a wrap on today's episode of the show. And I'd like to say a very big thank you to Somatel Hotel BMRC for hosting our guests and artists, and also to Goethe Institute in Bastos for hosting us here today. And you can also like and follow us on Facebook and watch our full shows on YouTube. But before we go, here is our watchword. It's an African proverb which says, fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the bold. Until next time, it's a bye-bye from my crew and I. Bye-bye. On the show, we want to talk about something that many